Child's pose. This pose awakens the connection between the breath and body and sends calming energy through all the muscles. It's an opportunity to get grounded, go inward, and to come out your busy mind and into your body by awakening your breath. Child's pose always available during your practice if your breath becomes labored from too much effort or lazy from distraction. Use child's pose to reconnect to your breath and your attention to your practice. You can also use it to simply rest. This pose gives you an opportunity to surrender and center. Tabletop. Tabletop is a natural pose done on all fours. It can be used as a modification for downward facing dog, a resting pose, or as a transition. Cat and cow. Cat and cow are two different poses usually done together, linked with breath. This sequence gentle opens and awakens the energy along the spine as you link breath with movement. It increases flexibility of the whole spine, neck, and shoulders. Recline bound angle. This classic restorative and neutralizing pose, also called reclined butterfly, softens the nervous system because it allows the body to rest on the earth. It opens and stimulates the abdominal organs and heart and stretches the inner thighs or groin. Let your body be supported by the earth beneath as you start your practice, or use this as a resting pose during class or toward the end of your practice. Supine twist. This gentle twist unwinds and straightens the middle and lower back and core. It strengthens the organs of the midsection, boosting overall health and well-being. It's a great opening or closing pose. Easy pose or Sukhasana. Sukhasana is a great way to start your practice and bridge your thinking mind to your feeling body. It is the main pose of sitting meditation. This pose calms the brain, lightens and straightens the back muscle and spine, opens the hips, and stretches the knees and ankles. Easy pose creates a sense of grounding as you root down through your sitting bones and lift your chest toward the sky, and encourage healthy overall posture. In many cultures, sittings on the floor common but the West. This seated pose can feel challenging. Thread the needle. Thread the needle is a twist that opens the shoulders, chest, and upper back. It is the great pose to use in an opening sequence, to reintegrate your breath after a resting pose, or to prep before back bends and bend. Nest to chest. Nest to chest is a certain transitional shape and counter pose that can be used throughout your practice. It creates space in the lower back and helps relieve digestive stress. It also reminds you to practice self-love as you give yourself a big hug. Rock and rolls. Rock and rolls are core building transition. They can be used anytime during your practice and are a waking transition as you came up from lying down. Supported hero pose. Supported hero pose is an alternative to easy pose for sitting meditation and offers many of the same grounding and calming benefits. It stretches the hips, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet, improves circulation through the entire lower body, relieves tired legs, and straighten the feet. Mountain pose. Mountain pose enlivens your body from inside out as you root down through your feet and legs and lift through your entire spinal column in the crown of your head. You open light up your body and maximize the energy flowing within you. Mountain pose lightens and opens the upper body, chest, and shoulder and counteracts the repetitive motion of today that cause the shoulder to round forward, like being on a smartphone, sitting at a computer, or driving. In mountain pose, you train your body to stand firm in your power. Mountain pose is blueprint for all yoga poses. All asanas build from the foundation and optimal alignment of Tadasana, so look for the instruction of mountain pose within every pose of your practice. Downward facing dog. We return the downward facing dog repeatedly in power yoga, and it can be considered an activity home base. Downward facing dog gives access to power, freedom, and equanimity. It calms the nervous system, works on overall flexibility, decompresses the spine, tones the arms, sculpts the legs, and opens the shoulders. Every time you return to this pose, check and notice how your body responds to your practice. Note that downward facing dog is often called down dog for short. Down dog splits. Down dog splits, sometimes known as three-legged dog, is a modern variation of downward facing dog. It emphasizes rooting through your foundation and lightening from your base to the sky. This pose is frequently added to sun salutation, variation, or integrated into creative sequences to highlight extension on an inhale. Halfway lift. Halfway lift creates length in the front of body before folding forward. It stretches the hamstring and lower back. It tones and straightens the back and abdominal muscles, improving our overall posture. Standing forward fold. Standing forward fold, unwind the hamstring, calves, and lower back. All forward folds and inversions help infuse the brain with fresh energy and oxygen, which soothes and revitalizes the nervous system, calms the brain, and helps relieve the stress. As you release your head and the muscle in your neck, you unravel tension in the upper back and neck and open the pathway to bring more oxygen-rich blood into the brain. The folding action stimulates and strengthens the digestive organs. Standing forward fold done while holding the opposite elbows and keeping your knees softly bent is often called ragdoll. If you notice you are rigid or tight in this fold, bend your knees more and allow yourself to be both rooted and spacious and mirror the energy of a flexible ragdoll. High plank. High plank is an igniting posture that generates presence, focus, and heat and builds an inner fire. It builds upper and lower body strength and creates total body integration. High plank is one of the poses in sun salutation and the vinyasa. It can be used by itself for core straightening and intensified through variations. Low plank or chaturanga. Chaturanga or low plank encourage full body integration in the coordination of your entire body. Upward facing dog. Upward facing dog is an active back bend within the vinyasa that opens the entire front body, tones the muscle of the arms, shoulders, and back, and engage the legs. It opens the chest, which expands your ability to breathe more deeply and embody flow. Low cobra. Low cobra helps strengthen the muscle of the back and build the body awareness needed for upward facing dog. If your thighs are resting on the ground in up dog, low cobra is a great meditation to create healthy alignment for the lower back and shoulders as you move through the many vinyasas in the power yoga practice. Chair pose. Chair pose builds inner heat and stamina because it sculpts the muscle of the legs and butt. It stimulates your metabolism and circulation and it increases your heart rate. Chair pose is a powerful and teaches us to relax into intensity and meet stress with steady, full breath. Warrior 1. This dynamic pose creates total body integration and activation. It straighthens the legs, opens the hip, and prepares the entire body for the rest of your practice. Warrior 1 is an opportunity to embody what you stand for in your life. Take up your space and breathe your purpose and power. Extended side angle. This full body power pose creates total body integration and expansion. It opens, stretches, and straightens the leg, groin, spine, waist, chest, and shoulder while cultivating overall balance and coordination. Triangle. Triangle is an expensive pose that enlivens the whole body as you stretch in all directions. It requires deep roots through your legs to lift into your center and cultivate abdominal strength. It strengthens the vital organs and stimulates digestion. Triangle pose stretches stretching the legs and ankles while opening the shoulders, chest, and spine. Humble Warrior. Humble Warrior is an Warrior 1 variation. It adds a bind for chest and shoulder opening as well as a fold that required first roots with your feet and legs as you press down and hug in and surrender through your torso and head. Crescent Lunge. This full body pose trains all your muscles to work as one unit and helps you set your grace and energy forward. Crescent lunge is often called high lunge. Star pose. A star pose lengthens, opens, and energizes the whole body. This is great transitional pose within a mandala sequence as you turn to face the opposite of the mat. Wide leg forward fold. This wide standing fold increases flexibility as it stretches and straightens the inner legs, calf muscles, hamstring, and muscles along the spine. It's a great stretch for runners, cyclists, and other athletes with tight hamstrings. The folding action for tones the vital abdominal organs, calms the brain, and creates a deep release. Big toe pose leg lift. This variation of big toes pose elevates a forward fold into a straightening lift. Press down into the floor and lift your core to power up your leg. Pyramid pose. This pose translates to intense side stretch. It tones the legs, gets deep into the hamstring, improves balance, releases the spine, and inspires self-reflection. Goddess. Goddess is a squat that builds heat, tones the legs, and opens the hips. Big toe pose. The big toe pose is a standing forward fold that stretches the hamstring and lower back. Gorilla. Gorilla is another type of standing forward fold that lengthens and straightens the hamstring and lower back and puts gentle pressure on your hands to release your wrist. Fire toes pose. Fire toes pose will stretch and open all the muscle of your feet. You can also add some arm variation like eagle arms or arm circle linked with breath. Yogi squat. This squat is most of the world is a common shape in daily life. However, for many of us who spend hours each day at a desk or driving a car, this squat can be a deep stretch for the hips, groin, and lower back. Bear pose. Bear pose is a fusion between chair pose and yogi squat, and it builds serious strength in opening the legs and hips. Eagle. As you stand on one leg is the balance bind. You'll tone your legs, open your hips and shoulders, and stretch your upper back. This pose demands your full presence as you balance with strength in ace. Standing leg rise. Standing leg rise tones and stretches the leg and opens the chest and has many variations. Set your gaze to a stable point to ground your vision in this challenging balance pose. Tree pose. Tree pose creates balance and stillness in the body and mind. Open space within you and invite your attention to take root. It turns the legs, straightens the lower body, and improves overall balance. Tree pose trains you to be firm in your foundation while adapting to the changes in weather that naturally occur. Dancer. Dancer pose cultivate grace, focus, and power as you balance your effort with ease. This pose teaches us how to be grounded and stable while building strength, balance, and poise. As you come into pose, set your vision to one point and remember your intention. Balancing half moon. Balancing half moon helps develop both stability and flexibility as you draw into your core and expand out through your legs and arms. It straightens the ankles and legs and opens the chest. The moon carries a lot of symbolism in yoga. The sun and the moon are two opposite energy. Look to expand the lines of energy within your body as you radiate out in all directions. Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is a pose that uses every muscle in the body to achieve stability, expansion, lightness, and balance. Standing splits. Standing splits is a balance pose, a deep hamstring stretch, and a forward fold. It straightens the thighs and ankles and stretches the hamstring, calves, and groin. The forward fold element helps calm the nervous system and stimulate the liver, kidneys, and vital organs. Standing splits is a great preparatory pose before a handstand within a flow. Chair twist. Chair twist builds heat and creates flexibility and strength in the middle and lower back. It squeezes and rinses your digestive organs and kidneys. Chair twist is a powerful pose to detoxify your organs and glands, which boosts overall health and well-being. Crescent twist. This deep, powerful twist rinses out toxins and tension your vital organs like liver, kidneys, spleen, and digestive system, and infuses them with fresh energy and blood. Crescent twist improves balance, stretches the leg, spine, and chest, and increases the stamina. Seated twist. This seated twist stretches the shoulders, opens and energizes the spine, and strokes your digestive fire. Twisting triangle. Twisting triangle is a counter pose to Trikonasana. It's a twist that requires focus, balance, and skill. It stretches the legs, hips, and spine, and opens the chest. The deep twist stimulates vital organs and helps relieve back pain. Wide down dog twist. This downward facing dog variation adds a twist that tones your core muscles and lights your inner fire. 20-minute power sequence. This sequence will build full body power and meditative focus, and you move your body with your breath. This sequence adds the element of a mandala, creating a circle of your mat as you flow. You'll turn to the back of your mat to complete the sequence on your right side, and return to facing to the top of your mat to complete the sequence on your left side. Both. Both pose straightens your core and creates balance in whole body integration. It tones the abdominal wall and hip flexor and stabilize and support the lower back. Pull your power into your center and lift your asalis high. Scissor crunches. Scissor crunches tone and strengthen your entire abdominal wall, build height, and focus your energy. Scissor kicks. Scissor kicks tone and strengthen your core and build integration and coordination of your upper body and lower body. Plank curls. Plank curls are core building transition that emphasize moving from your core strength and center. There are three main variations as you shift forward and ignite your core. Bicycles. This abdominal twist access the deep core muscle and fire up your obliques, the muscle that help rotate your body. Crow crunches. Crow pose straighten the upper body in core and leads the balance and lightens when done on the hands. On the back, it creates serious ab straightening.